twasooka okuleeta kitegeeza nti soja muwaaba abamuserikale abakomanda abarede ate the time tugenda omuntu gwetulwanyisa alina emundu, omuntu gwetulwanyisa alina amakomera, gwetulwanyisa alina resources zonna omuntu gwetulwanyisa alina efe tetusinga amaanyi gaabo. Our people power. We are here for the power behind us. Enteekateeka eno nga bwetandise era tujja kusaba bakama baffe nga bwetandise egendere ddala maaso ekole ne ku baki ne ku balala because ezimu guiding principles za National Unity Platform waliwo ennyingo egamba eyogera ekigambo kye bayita equality, obwenkanya okubeera nga twenkanankana. So nze enteekateeka eno najyaniriza era njesunze nnyo era ndi mwetegefu okuyingira mu nsonga eno nga tuli kererede era tusiga
tuli mu debate ebbugumu mu byobufuzi tuli mu debate bano bonna abatudde wano bonna bakadde
kayinza n'obutawera kubanga pulezidenti watuukira tutandikirawo.
ebbugumu mu byobufuzi transporter media kwoli bano ababiri be bagenda kubeera ba moderator b'olunaku lwaleero. Omukyala ayitibwa Nalukwago Judith ate omwami oyo lawyer ate activist mulambirira be ba moderator b'olunaku lwaleero, omwami n'omukyala oyo. Lawyer y'omwami ate omukyala Dr. Mulambirira Nalukwago Judith be ba moderator b'olunaku lwaleero. Muganda wange ali ku Transporter Media nja kusaba sharing olunaku lukulu nnyo, lunaku si lwa bulijjo, lunaku lwa byafaayo. Debate open north ani ani akitwala ya kadi egenda kugaba olunaku lwokubiri ya nyongera okutangazamu abantu kadi egenda kuba egaba olunaku lwokubiri. Abo be ba moderator yes, oli ku Transporter Media, Map Media TV ko eri ku YouTube, Map Media TV eri ku YouTube live.
People power.
Thomas Bonarukagamia Chengeta Ulipanso akayimba akayitibwa Electoral Commission abalonzi batumye wagi Kambentia MOP akama kama
Oyo y'omu ku bakandidates oyo y'omu ku bakandidates abeesimbyewo ku kifo kino eno ebbugumu mu byobufuzi oyo y'omu ku bakandidates tuli serious ensonga ziri serious ya ensonga ziri serious bano bonna abakandidates bali wano eno mu kaseera kano kenyini kawempe north mu mitendera egy'enjawulo babitiibwa mu mitendera gyabwe mulimu badokita mulimu abasoma abalooya mulimu abasoma nga ba headmaster balambira mulimu abasoma bayivu nnyo
era ndowooza anaabeera nga tawangudde tubeere tusigale nga tulina togetherness
president atuuse mu kadde kano kennyini
tukubire president engalo ez'amaanyi the president of Uganda.
Let's move. Singa wena kunyonjerayo abo ba moderator b'olunaku lw'olwaleero Judith sako ne lawyer.
People power, our power.
Sharing live on Transporter Media. Transporter Media Body. The day is today, leo nakuliza omwezi musanvu omwezi gwa 2025 lunaku lwa 5 debate is on sharinga kyenja okusaba kyokka lunaku si lwa bulijjo katusabe
go through this process that we named, by all those that are going to be named. Give us what we expect of them. And may He help us have the best from this. In Jesus' name I pray.
Election Management Committee, please come and take your seats. Mr. President, and others, let's have the Election Management Committee, who are the judges of today, come and take their seats. When they take their seats, we shall all take our seats. Madam Chairperson and fellow committee members. All right, Mr. President and all members, you can now take your seats. People power, our power. Without wasting any time, may I invite the moderators for today's debate. The first is Mr. Karamachi Andrew is a lawyer.
Sharing olwaleero sharing transport media bonna buli omu agimanye oli live ne ku YouTube channel ya Makumedia TV tuli live transport media yako ndi ku Facebook.
He currently lives and works in Southern Africa. Basone banyabo abagenda okuuza ebibuuzo asosiye ono bamuyita Karamachi Andrew Musoganyi mwena mumumanyi. Ano yakyako atonekeno olupapula asoma speech ebitabigerekeka. The second one is Dr. Judith Nalukwago. General Sergeant has a diploma in law, former Vice President of Makerere University and NUP, and currently she's an NUP youth leader in the West Constituency. Over to you, moderator.
We will begin by laying out the ground rules, which I will do with my co-moderator. But before we do that, let's have my co-moderator introduce herself as well, and then we will hear
network eri etya mundabulirewo oba nkyusa ekifo.
Best debate that is going to happen today for the contestants to see that
Thank you. The first ground rule is that this debate is going to happen in two sessions. The first session is in English, which is for 1.5 hours.
Kyose position yo ba network yeeyo ndabulirewo bannange.
1.5 hours. Again, is that this session is happening in two parts. The first, for 1.5 hours, is in English. The second, is there a problem?
the tech team. Apparently my volume is low. Is this okay? Tech team. Requesting for more volume in this mic. Okay, while they sort that out, is this better? This is better. Great, thank you. So we're having 1.5 hours in English, 1.5 hours in Uganda.
Okay, mwebalirwa komesiza mweka chenjo basa musharinge. Oli live ku Transporter Media.
Who is Sassy Marvin? Sassy Marvin, please wave to the crowd. Sassy Marvin is the timekeeper. So if he stops the speakers, it is because he's been appointed to do that. I will ask my co-moderator to share more ground rules. I'll hold the mic for you.
Baganda waffe ddala bayimiridde saidi nga batudde tugenda kubeera bakakkamu tumanyi ffenna twazze wano nga tulina candidate wano bwe tulagala naye tubeere bakkakkamu bw'aba candidate ayogedde ensonga ekusanyusa kuba mu ngalo tetugenda kuleekaana tugenda kubeera bakkakkamu era kidebate esobole okutambula bulungi maaso.
Pulezidenti Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert omugenyi omukulu waali nnyo okwetegereza bakandidates 10 abalambirira 10 abalambirira bakunyonjere session zigenda kubeera 2. Session esooka ya luzungu, session eyokubiri ya luganda. Teri oli kwekwasa matinze babimbuuza mu luzungu ate saalutegedde n'oluganda bwe luli bagenda lwogera bamodulator kuliko Dr. Mulambirira kuliko lawyer Mulambirira bonna ba activist. You're live on social media. Batumira kunya bali mu diaspora bannange bagala.
Can you hear me? Great. So we will now proceed to invite the candidates. Please listen carefully. We are inviting the candidates in the order of nomination. We are not following any particular order except in the order in which they were nominated. Tugenda kuyita ba candidates nga tugoberera engeri gye basunsulwa. I hope that's the right word. Great. Engeri gye basunsulwa. So I will invite one and my colleague will invite another. And then please, when we invite you, please take up a seat up there. It's free seating. And after all of you are done, we will begin. We'll join you and pose the first question of the debate. Let me begin and invite Mr. Magala Umar. Please come to the stage. Is Mr. Nsereko Moses.
The fourth candidate is Mr. Kachika Frederick.
Silence, please. Silence, please. The fifth candidate is Dr. Charles Rubagumia.
And the sixth candidate is Engineer Senkuku Kenneth.
The seventh candidate is Council Luimbazi Elias Malikola.
The eighth candidate is Mr. Sewunguma Salim.
The ninth candidate is Mr. Luemba Luswa Muhammad. Thank you very much. Silence, please. Let's listen. At this stage of the debate, please listen. At this stage of the debate, we are going to ask our candidates to introduce themselves and tell us their main. We are going to ask our candidates to introduce themselves and tell us their main agenda as MP Kawempe North, what it is they're going to do in 2 minutes. 2 minutes exactly.
Asubire nti nomulaba bulungi watuli wala nnyo setup eri wala nnyo kasi nti nomulaba bulungi era kasube mulaba bulungi okyazi tumulaba bulungi ngambe position ja comment yawo
Tell us about your
ate sharinga
agenda summary. Mr. Magala. Mr. Magala, the mic is yours. 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Magala Oma. I am a teacher by profession. I am a resident of Kawempe Mbogo. Like I said, I'm a teacher by profession. I hold a bachelor's degree in education from Makerere University. I am a member of the National Unity Platform, card number 1939. I think that will do for the introduction first. Magala Umar has this on agenda. Top on the agenda is fighting for the fundamental freedoms of rights of man and citizen. Secondly, on our agenda is to demand for accountability from the military regime that has ruled our country for the last 40 years. You know very well that the health sector is sick. We are going to put them on test. We are going to put them. We want to use this opportunity. We want to use this opportunity to express ourselves in the form of in the year 2020 Division Law, in the year 2025 of Kawempe Division Law. The other issue is empowering our people, the common people, the ghetto people. Yeah, empowering our people, getting the little pay, getting the part of the little pay, giving our people and at least giving our people, especially the mothers, especially the marginalized groups. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People down.
Mr. Baruma, so what to be next?
Thank you, madam. My name is Mulomba Matthias. Said there, I'm the chairman, the only chairman in this by-election campaign. And I'm going to represent Uganda in that manner. Because I'm going to represent the chairman in the whole of the country. I'm a Mutongole of Sabasajja in my zone, Kawempe Corner zone in Kazo, Angola, where I'm a resident. I'm a member of the National Unity Platform, holding number 03004 0960. Being a chairman of LC1 is not a joking subject other people might think, because he has helped me to interact with the
different people. So in that way, since I'm given little time, I would like you, Madam, to give you my document where I have summarized most of the things which I cannot do here. Handle it. So, I have summarized my program. And people are very poor. H stands for heresy. Because I'm staying in a ghetto area, there's a lot of disease which comes through that kind of situation where we live. So I'm going to make sure that drugs in hospitals are there and expired drugs should not be there. Then also accountability.
Mr. Mulumba, you might want to read them as bullet points.
Yes. So I've been finding a problem in my area and in Kawempe division, actually the headquarters of Kawempe division, where councillors are fighting with mayors. I'm going to make sure that that kind of division is erased.
Thank you very much.
My friend, I'm sorry, Mr. Moderator.
10 seconds.
Term limits is top on my agenda.
Okay.
I'm really disturbed that Uganda, among the East African countries, is the only country which doesn't have term limits. You have to remove the dictatorship of this President Museveni by restoring term limits in our constitution.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The next candidate to introduce themselves is Mr. Zerko Moses.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to be very brief. The first one is about health sector. I'm going to construct
I think I will be better. I think I will find it tomorrow.
my people. Another one, about education. I've already introduced instead of about education. I've already introduced instead of Moses bursaries for the orphans. Even the orphans of the late one, I was saying, you bring them, I'm going to educate them. Then another one is about job creation. I've already introduced instead of Moses Boxy, Mundama, President Kabula Yondama, and I call it about two again. Thank you, sir. Let me be brief. Because of the time, let me stop from that. Thank you, sir.
International Unity Platform, oli ku transport media sharing vako hebyo tuli mu debate wala simanyi wekikola eno yenuupu amanya n'eddoboozi ronde transport akaloni kamwe akamukokka bwe kati kawanuka eggi.
The next candidate is Mr. Kachika Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm Frederick Kachika. I stay at Chebando. I'm the one of the mobilizer in NUP in my electoral area, Chebando Parish. So moderator, first and foremost, if I elected as a member of parliament, I will be given so many people suffocating. So,
yes, sir.
Before I elected as a member of parliament, I will start with that. The second one, I provide a mother with kids. Every pregnant mother, and
yes, sir.
Not only that, I will add 200,000. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Let's be silent, please. Let's be silent, please. Let's hear from, please, let's
naye ensoko zita pulezidenti wali wansi
Let's hear from
kuba abantu be bonna abaagala emukulembeze.
Dr. Charles Rubagumya. Thank you very much, Mr. Leader. First and foremost, I would like to recognize my president. I mean His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. I know that we won, but we were cheated. First, foremost, pleasure to introduce myself to you. My name is Dr. Charles Rubagumya. I have doctorate in organization leadership and administration. And I work with Apostolic University. We are located in Mukono as academic registrar. About my manifesto, ladies and gentlemen, I have not come here to excite the people of our constituency. That I will give them earth and heaven. Because I know that all sources are in the hands of a dictator. I know that all powers are in the hands of a dictator. So, the only thing which I can promise to the people of Kawempe, North Constituency, is to join my president, I mean His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. That's I want to prove to you that Victoria regime can be removed. It has ever been practiced in France. You know French Revolution of 1789 to 1794. The people protested the autocratic regime of King Louis XVI, of King Louis XVI, and they removed him. Ladies and gentlemen, we can remove this dictatorial regime using the power of the people. Thank you very much.
The next is engineer.
Yes, so your engineer is okay.
I was the sympathetic youth, desires and fantasies, hopes and wishes to ride in Benzes in a sample world. Like I want to be like a superstar. Project management still from Macquarie University. I've been a seasoned electrical engineer with over 15 years of experience in trying to distribute electricity all over Uganda. I've left the comforts of the offices, the cups of coffee, the buffets, the pizzas, and decided to come and serve the people of Kawempe North. I'm glad to be here that I'm a registered member of the National Unity Platform. I'm glad to have my president as His Excellency Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentamu, and I'm making presentation, budget approval. I, as Engineer Sebu Kenneth, I'm going to try to make sure that Everybody in Kawempe North tugenda gobe nzikiza mu Kawempe North buli omu ogenda kufuna amasanyalaze. 2 abantu bakala kulala nnyo.
Your time engineer. Our team of leaders, dear my fellow contenders, I thank you. I'm so grateful to be here with you. My name is Luyimbazi Elias Nalukola. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Uganda and all courts of judicature. When I assume the seat of a member of parliament, I will tell you the obvious first. The constitutional commandment under Article 79 provides to the effect that a member of parliament is supposed to legislate. I will legislate, ladies and gentlemen. I will supervise activities of the central government in my constituency. I will further my activities of fighting for justice and human rights. I will inspire the youth. I'm aware that the youth in Kawempe North constituency are the majority, but many of them are not only unemployed but unemployable. We have to identify their talents and nurture them. We have already embarked on that. I believe I will be able to fight and call upon all the younger people to join the struggle for good governance. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you very much. Mr. Serunkuma Salim.
Oli live ku transporter media nange ronde transporter karonika mwaka muko kabwe kati wanuke giwa mwe.
Thank you, Mr. President. The cabinet.
Let's listen to him, please.
Our electoral committee, all members of National Unity Platform. My name is Serunkuma Salim, Mafumafu, son of Kawempe North. I'm a businessman in Chikubo. I'm on a cabinet, Chikubo business community, as a financial advisor. I seek mandate, Mr. President, to represent my constituency as a member of parliament. Mr. President, I promise you, this by-election is going to turn as a roadway to end Museveni's regime. And I promise you, I will always follow the core value of National Unity Platform. And again, I promise you, and the people of Kawempe and Uganda in general, I'm going to advocate for the people all the time. Thank you. I'm called Mr. Serunkuma Salim, Kawempe North. I always be obedient to National Unity Platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Dr. Julie.
Next is Mr. Luwemba Buswa Muhammad.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President is present, and all protocol observed for the interest of time. Mr. President, I want to thank you for coming up with this organization for the first ever debate organized by the Young Political Party. It's such an inspiration. Your Excellency and members of the National Unity Platform, my name is Luwemba Muhammad, former political assistant to the late Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. Your Excellency, it will be quite unfair if we proceed without getting a moment of silence to praise this man, Honorable Muhammad Sekirinya, for whatever he did for this political party. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me borrow from my little time. I have been given little time, but let's observe a moment of silence to pay respect in this great man, Honorable Sekirinya. Today we are here today because of this great man. I've seen my brother here saying he's going to donate Seki box, he's going to do what? Because of the Honorable Muhammad Sekirinya. Your Excellency, please join me and we observe a moment of silence to pay respect in the Honorable Muhammad Sekirinya. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You can take your seats. Your Excellency, I want to put this very clear. I am a member of National Unity Platform. I don't belong to DA, I don't belong to NRM, I am a member of National Unity Platform. Your Excellency, as I conclude, Your Excellency, I am going in Parliament not to speak good English. I am going in Parliament to act. What the people of Kawempe North need is service delivery. I am going to continue with those projects, the Seki box, the ambulances, and also to empower the young people through our different projects. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, and the whole team, members of the EMC, all NUP members, in the name of the God. I'm here for the cause well known to all of us, of securing our country away from dictators. And to achieve this, when interested, to stick on the core values of NUP. I will advocate for them on the floor of Parliament and outside the floor of Parliament. I will advocate for justice. I will advocate for unity. I will advocate for social justice. I will advocate for integrity. I will advocate for inclusivity. I will advocate for human rights. I will advocate for accountability. I will advocate for democracy. And I will be an exemplary leader. And I'm ready to sacrifice myself for the lead bill for the cause of removing a dictator in this country, Uganda.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, colleagues. That marks the end of the introductions. Let's listen, please. That marks the end of the introductions. I am going to pose the first question. So please listen to the first question so that you can also evaluate the answers they give. Question number one, candidates, is, in your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North? In your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North? Mr. Magala Umar. And you have 1 minute.
Thank you very much. The greatest challenge facing Kawempe North is lack of health infrastructure. Thank you very much. I wish all candidates can emulate him because it's a straightforward question. We have a couple of questions to go through. So if all of you can emulate him, please, that would be great. Mr. Mulumba Matthias, same question. In your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North?
The greatest challenge in my area, in the chairman of LSU and Lord's team, is poverty. People are very poor. That's why I even came up with the name of Chikumicha dollar, that people should have at least an emergency fee of $100. So when you have money, you can solve every problem. So poverty is the issue in my area.
Thank you, Mr. Nserako Moses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What in your transport media is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North?
There are so many, sir. The first one is poor drainage. Poor drainage. Then the second one, poverty. Mr. President, poverty. That's why I came up with this idea. Nserako Moses saving boxy.
Thank you.
Thank
you, sir. Mr.
The problem we have in Kawempe, we have in my constituency, since the President Museveni got in power, Kawempe North, we have a problem of education. We have only we don't have any secondary school in Kawempe North. That's a big problem facing the Kawempe North.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Charles Rumakumi, same question. Let's listen to Dr. Charles Rumakumi.
The greatest development challenge in Kawempe, first of all, Kawempe is a ghetto area full of people who are low income earners. Our youth don't have what to do. They are jobless. Our women are not empowered. And generally speaking, even the respect for human rights is also a problem.
Thank you very much. Let's have Engineer Senkungu Kenneth.
Thank you so much. What I feel the greatest development challenge you have had in Kawempe North. Kawempe North has many factories, industries, and also different households. But one of the key problems industries or factories are facing the high tariffs in terms of electricity. That's why I find that the costs of production
human and other resources. We don't plan. Projects you see there, a good number of them are put in place before planning.
Ghetto yote twefuge.
Thank you. Mr. Luwemba Luswa Muhammad.
Thank you so much. The health sector is very poor, and the issue of unemployment, especially the young generation, the youth. So that's all.
Thank you very much. And finally, but by now means the list, Mr. Kunya Sauloziwa.
Yes. However, we have many problems, but I can identify some, like garbage collections with Kawepe, unemployment, poor drainages, poverty among the youth, and other people who are health facilities, and we don't have like a USE secondary schools in Kawepe. We only have private secondary schools, so we can work on those ones. So it's a better Kawepe.
Dr. Judith Alifabo will ask the next question. Thank you.
So, Mr. Magala, what is your understanding of the role of an MP?
Thank you very much. The question is very clear. The understanding of the role of an MP is already stipulated in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. An MP does oversight role. An MP does represent his constituents. An MP does representation of the people, and an MP as well does appropriation of the budget. Thank you very much. So those are the cardinal roles of an MP. Mr. Mulumba Matthias, your colleague has talked about those roles. What is
the people of that area, how they can benefit from the government, from the services delivered, that they should be given properly those areas where
okay, thank you very much. The same question applies to Mr. Sereko Moses. Looks at
how that they should be given properly those areas where he represents.
Okay, thank you very much. The same question.
The one who have voted for you, that's the conviction. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Frederick, the role of oversight. Yes. Mr. Frederick, the role of oversight. And not perform minutes of what we expect of them. What are you going to do of oversight, the role of oversight?
Thank you, madam.
Accordance to what we expect of them.
One of the role of parliament oversight. So, what madam asked me, Kachika, what are you going to do? Because we see many members of parliament not do their own, not do their jobs. But Kachika, you make sure that I work tirelessly to see people get delivered, get well representative. To see people get representative.
question to you. Dr. Charles Rubagumi, Oversight Council. Okay, I am going to repeat it. I said we have seen in the current parliament, we entrusted some of our leaders with a role of oversight, and they have not performed.
Yes, please. Question we would like you to answer. Name any 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament. Any 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament.
The 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament. 1 is to oversee the House, because they are the ones who are the chairpersons of all the sessions, or all the sittings of the House. 2, approvals of the national budget. And also 3, trying to make sure that through the parliamentary commission, to try to know the privileges and also the allocations for all the different persons in this country.
Thank you very much. The same question applies to you, Councillor Ibazi. However, we would like you to explain more on the Speaker's role when it comes to the Parliamentary Commission. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Speaker, people power, our power, people power. Speaker is the chairperson of the Parliamentary Commission. The Parliamentary Commission is the body which does the administrative role of Parliament. Including proposing and determining administrative questions and issues which arise and determining administrative questions and issues which arise in the running of Parliament.
Thank you, Councillor. Mr. Sorumpuma Salim. Mr. Sorumpuma Salim. We have Dr. Yabagala who posed the next question.
Mr. Sorumpuma,
Let's listen to the question, please.
the roles of members of Parliament include representation. The number of youth in Uganda is between 78 to 80%, and that means your constituency of Kawempe North is mainly youth. How are you going to represent those young people with so many problems that they have? How are you going to represent them in Parliament?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm assured they are not well represented in Parliament, yet there are people who are supposed to represent them in Parliament. So I only so that they can get they can be skilled, they can be employed, passing bills that they can be given, cheap loans, soft loans, that they can operate small businesses.
Thank you very much. The last two candidates will tell us one law for this section. The last two candidates are supposed to tell us one law. If they had 1 minute in Parliament, which law would they propose and table in the Parliament of Uganda? That is starting with Mr. Luemba Biswa Mohammed. One law that you would pass in Parliament, that you would propose.
Thank you so much, moderator. People power, our power. Moderator, it's the age limit, because General Museveni for over 40 years is in power because of the age limit. So I want to be very clear when I enter Parliament. I want to fight hard, fight tiresomely, like my brother, the Honorable Segirinya, to make sure that the age limit is being passed.
Thank you. The same question from Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwa.
When I go to Parliament, I will propose that we get a commission to look after the election, independent electoral commission, so that the president is not the one to choose those people on electoral commission.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dear audience, we have completed questions about Parliament. We're now going to go to a question that will be posed by my colleague, Dr. Judith Nalukwago, about National Unity Platform. The question is about the National Unity Platform. Dr. Nalukwago.
I'm going to start from the previous speaker, Mr. Blessel. So you're going to tell us, just mention one value of National Unity Platform, then you expound on it, how you as a member of Parliament, you're going to carry on these values of National Unity Platform.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. Me, I will stick on justice, because everyone here needs justice. It is from the God, me, I always want to be a Ugandan. It is not from anyone else. So that I will be advocating for justice. Because we need justice. As things are going on in Uganda, it seems we are not equal at all. I will put my emphasis on justice, so that we can help our country and liberate all Ugandans. As you know, our grandfathers and mothers fought so that we get independence. They saw that all Ugandans will be independent. But after getting the independence, it seems we are not independent. So it is us to fight for our independence in Uganda.
The next, I'll go with Mr. Luemba. I will pose the same question to him.
One value.
Mr. President, moderator, discipline is one of the core values of National Unity Platform. And today, we are being disrespected by the so-called regime propagandists that are being planted in the National Unity Platform. I will emphasize discipline once I enter Parliament. Corruption, I will fight tiresomely, Mr. President, to fight corruption, because corruption it has been a key factor in this uniting National Unity Platform. Thank you.
Dr. Serum Kuma Salim. One valid, same question.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I am the moderator, President.
I will always emphasize the point of liability. In the national internet platform, all of us we are aware of that. Reliable is the main problem that we have here. Mr. Problem, we have been we have sent them to different locations. But they have already disappointed us. So always be reliable. The people of the national media platform have changed.
Thank you. Council members, leaders, and before. One value and how you will espouse it in Parliament.
Integrity. Integrity. It begins with you as a person. You discipline yourself. You restrain yourself from taking what is not yours, what you are not entitled to. In that regard, I will restrain myself. I will make sure that I promote integrity, not only among the members of National Unity Platform, but also my fellow members of Parliament, because it is unconstitutional, it is illegal for one to do that which is contrary to integrity. We must practice good integrity even when we are not being watched. I thank you.
Let's be quiet, please.
Mr. Seru is going to speak about patriotism as one of the values of NUP. So him as a member of Parliament under the ticket of NUP, how is he going to advance our value of patriotism among the people of Uganda and also carry it on as a value of national unity?
Thank you so much, moderator. But to my dismay, patriotism is not part of our core values. But still, I can be able to speak about it. Because when we look at the core values, there are basically 6. And among them, patriotism is not there. But still, patriotism is the love, the determination, the courage to speak up, to serve your country by respecting the Constitution, by abiding by rules and regulations, by electing able leaders, by being able to serve as part of the mandate of the people. So, being patriotic, you must be able to exhibit it in where you stay, being disciplined, being able to engage in whatever you're supposed to in elective politics, engaging in decision making. You must be there for your country. But still, just part of this, I want to tell you that another core value of the National Unity Platform is fidelity. You get it? Because the question you posed, I'm trying to really put across that fidelity is one of the core values, whereby we express the faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief, demonstrated by continued loyalty. So here, I promise my president that I'll be loyal to the party, loyal to you, and loyal to everyone who supports the National Unity Platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, maybe point of correction is in the new constitution, we don't have fidelity, we have patriotism. So, but at least both of them are related, so that is very good.
Thank you. Doctor, please listen to this question. Dr. Charles Rubagumya, you are a member of Parliament for Kawempe North. We have a bill in Parliament to extend the term of office of the ruling regime. And they need 1 vote for it to pass. Someone approaches you and says, I'm going to give you money to build a hospital in Kawempe North for your people. Please vote for this bad proposal. What will you do?
for the question. But what I would like to inform the general public that our party is a party for change, and is a party which cannot be compromised. And one of the values of our party is integrity and honesty. As a person who lives in integrity and honesty, I cannot betray the people of our North Constituency. I cannot betray my party.
So you will reject the money for the hospital?
Yes, I will reject
and vote against the bad law.
Because building a hospital cannot bring up a change of what we want. What we want is to remove the Dictatorship of President Museveni, such that we can be able to get our budget and use it the way we want as individuals.
So thank you very much. The same question goes to Kachika Frederick. Kachika, should I repeat the question? The question is, there is a bad law being proposed in Parliament. The ruling regime needs one vote to pass it. And they approach you and say, we are going to give you money to build a hospital in Kawempe North, but we want you to vote for the bad law. What will you do?
Thank you.
1 minute.
Thank you. First and foremost, I, Kachika, I fully exhausted corruption and embezzlement. Nobody can give me that money, and I agree with him. So I'm concluding saying that I reject it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nsereko Moses, the same question?
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Yes, I cannot allow, sir. I cannot allow. Even I can box the speaker on that issue. I can just go. I cannot allow. I cannot allow. We are here for the power of the people, not the money. People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere.
chairman in a certain village in Kawempe North. And in that same Kawempe North is where we find the National Referral Hospital. That is the women's hospital. So we have a value of service in NUP. Yes. You are conflicted in a situation where there are no gloves in the hospital. And you people have told me there are no gloves, but these same people need to be worked on. And the doctors are telling them you have to first go buy your gloves outside the hospital, then you come to work on you. What are you going to do as a member of parliament? Are you going to arrest the doctors? Are you going to buy gloves for your constituents? What are you going to do as a leader in terms of service?
Of course, the doctor is not the problem for the availability of those gloves. I know if the Minister of Health, which is supposed to be in the position to serve all equipments of health services in that hospital. And for that matter, I'll bring the press. I'll go first to the Minister of Health, see the Minister of Health before going to the Parliament. So I go to him, I ask him why it is that.
It's an emergency, the patient. It's an emergency. It's quick. We need to
okay, with that quick one, of course, as a member of parliament, I have to improvise means so that that patient doesn't die. And then later on, I got the minister to address the matter. And if he refuses, then I got the parliament, the podium, to say the problem in my area. Thank you.
Mr. Magaya. You're the last candidate to speak about this. I'm going to ask you again on the value of patriotism. How are you going to advance it? Because that is a value of your party. How are you going to advance it among the people of your constituency, but also among the people of Uganda? Because you're going to not only represent your constituency, your NMP who is going to make laws that affect the general population of Uganda.
Thank you very much. Patriotism goes hand in hand with fidelity. As a member of parliament, I would really implore my constituents, my fellow comrades, to love their country. And how do you love your country? By doing things that are within the law, by promoting what is right and then disdain what is wrong. That's how I would do as a member of parliament. And actually, as a leader in my area and as an emblem of NUP in my area, I have been preaching that. I've been preaching patriotism. I have been preaching fidelity to the party and love for our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And the next question is tricky, and we want to be fair. So how it's going to be answered is by a symbol. Every candidate will come here and do this, or that, and make sure that their friends don't see the answer. Our judges are the ones to see the answer. Because if they speak, some people are expected to know the answer. We want to be fair so that people don't know the answer. This is the question. Which chapter of the 1995 Constitution, in which chapter of the 1995 Constitution do we find fundamental human rights and freedoms located? You come to the front. If it is found in chapter 1, if it is found so you come here and show us, the judges will record the answer. Is that clear? Is that clear? So let's start from here. Which chapter of the Constitution do we find fundamental human rights and freedoms? Sorry?
I'm going to start with Mr. Moses. Let me take this as a follow-up question from the previous question. You've seen what has been happening with the Supreme Court, where there was a judgment on the release of political prisoners. You know, most of these political prisoners are actually NUP supporters, and many of them are from your constituency, Kawempe North. You as a member of parliament, what are you going to make sure those political prisoners are released? Because they have failed to release them even with a judgment. 2, moving forward, what are you going to do to make sure such cases are not taken to the military court? Remember, the person you're replacing was also a political prisoner.
No? I beg your pardon, madam.
You've had the judgment from the Supreme Court.
I've not had it.
So if you've not had it, it's okay. Let me change the question. I'll pass that question to the next person.
Thank you, madam.
What is the great... Anyway, let me ask it in a different way. There has been that judgment. X that you don't know.
I have not heard about it.
Yes. But at the same time, we have NUP and other political prisoners. There's Dr. Besige, we have here Bobby Young and others who are in prison. Even the person sitting next to you has been in prison for 1.5 years. The person you are replacing as member of parliament was a political prisoner for 2.5 years. What are you going to do? 1, to stop Ugandans from being taken to military court. 2, is the ones who are in prison. What are you going to do about it? Because there was a ruling, a judgment, struck a judgment to release them, but they are not released up to now. What are you going to do about it?
I will take government to court such that I can take government to court such that we can talk about that thing, so that our prisoners are released. Yes. I will take government to court. That is the answer. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The same question applies to Mr. Conchika. What will you do about political prisoners?
The problem we have this regime since he got to power in 1996, he has done many things to our people, has killed our people, he has beaten our people, many people have suffered. So as Kachika has been elected as a member of parliament, I can pass a law that favor the political prison. No, not political prisoner. the political party.
Same question, Dr. Charles Yabagala. What will you do about political prisoners? Dear members of the audience, we have 2 more questions and we will be done with the English version. So please bear with us. We are bringing this to a close shortly. Same question.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, we don't have the, the problem of political prisoners only. There are so many problems about violation of human rights. Our innocent Ugandans have been abducted. Innocent Ugandans have been deserted and their bodies. Some Ugandans are kidnapped day and night. So, the only solution we can do for such a problem, I told you, is to get the struggle of removing the dictator. That's the only solution. And actually, as a part of the team, we have to go on that line of removing the dictator.
Mr. Engineer Senkundu Kenneth, which committee of parliament would be the best to deal with the issue of political prisoners?
The issue of political prisoners, you find that we have the Committee of Internal Affairs to tell them to try, because you find that most of the political prisoners are under prisons. Prisons is still holding them, yet already we have basically there are about two committees, the Committee on National Law and Guidance and also the Internal Affairs Committee, because they need to be removed from prison, but there are some few procedures which are supposed to be done. But we should not relent, we should continue pursuing on all channels which we can be able to do so that they get out of prisons.
Thank you. Council members, which committee is responsible for human rights in Parliament?
On human rights, it's Human Rights Committee.
Thank you. I'll give the mic to my colleague to pose the next question to Mr. Serendik Salim, Mr. Luemba, and Mr. Ule.
Mr. Salim, do you believe in one of what your colleagues said about that our major problem is removing the dictator? All these things don't matter, but removing the dictator? Do you believe? First I yes, then I ask a yes or no, then I ask the next question.
Yes, I believe with him.
Okay, so if you believe that that is the most important issue, why are you standing as a member of parliament? Shouldn't you be home trying to remove the dictator?
I stand as a member of parliament because I do believe that the member of parliament has the powers to determine how the dictator can be removed.
Please explain a bit more. How does a member of parliament remove the dictator?
There is a law in parliament that emanates that there is a law in parliament that provides or helps a member of parliament that can decide on how to remove a president of a nation.
Mr. Magala, do you believe the same? Do you believe that our major role is to remove the dictator? We should leave everything else?
Thank you very much. Our greatest challenge in Uganda is the dictator, and that is General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who should be removed with all possible means available and within the law.
So as a political prisoner,
yes.
What are you going to do different? Because when you were in prison, it was the same case that you were in prison. What are you going to do different as a member of parliament in order to remove the dictator?
Thank you very much. One, there are two opportunities. The first opportunity is availing itself now. We are headed for war. This is a front we are going to use to show a protest vote. The first opportunity is this protest vote of 2025 in Kawempe Division North. Actually, when we get the opportunity, we shall voice out ourselves host. And this goes to Justice Simon Biabakama. Should we play around with the vote of the people of Kawempe? Should we play around with the mandate of the people of Kawempe? We are ready to take him home. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Weber, do you agree also to the same question, or do you disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
So what are you going on the same?
As a member of parliament, when elected in office, I want to advocate for rule. I want to advocate for the rule of law, because what is tormenting us most is the rule of law. For example, the Supreme Court has just given a ruling, and we want to thank the Honorable Kabaziguruka for challenging the Constitutional Court. So now when I'm in Parliament, I will put the Commission of Human Rights accountable, and as a member of Parliament, I will make sure that all laws that are being passed in Parliament, they are in the favor of Ugandans. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Finally, for now, Mr. Kule Sauloziwa, same question. Back.
Okay, thank you, moderator. When I'm voted an MP of Kawempe, because this government, they are not working on the laws, and we want to remove this government, I will only mobilize my people of Kawempe North to put this government on placer, because we want to remove the dictator. And I will be teaching people on how we can remove a dictator. Because it is us who can remove this government. When we are together, as Ugandans, we can remove this government. Even if it is today, they can just move away. If we can even move from now and we say enough is enough for Uganda, they can move. I will only mobilize the Ugandans to know their rights so that we can remove the dictator.
Thank you very much. Dear colleagues in the audience, Mr. President SG and others, we have an opportunity to the candidates. Those at the back, please. Thank you. Okay, this is a quick question, no need for, maybe you can just tell us why. Please follow the candidates. Amongst your fellow candidates, which one do you admire and why? Which candidate amongst your opponents do you admire and why?
None of these candidates.
Thank you.
I cannot admire anyone. Maybe my president, Mr. Tabra, I cannot this one. I'm the best candidate for the post of Kawempe North. Thank you, sir.
Oluzungu alumanyi Isereko Moses. Transporta media koli. Shenga live gwe. Tuli mu debate.
Thank you very much. Among the candidates seated here, I would admire my brother, Council Elias for his espousal of the rule of law and constitution. Thank you very much.
Transporta media. Nagame tavude mu bukeke tuli mu bukekenke. Kale katulira abalala. Sharing live. Eno debate kasa memete bangawo. Kino kibina kya national platform. Wasimanyi we kikola.
Fact is, I admire myself. Because I'm the only one who has been representing the people, who are the issue of the family, and the data from the rain. So I admire myself very much. Thank you.
I admire Salimu Silugoma. The man has a ground. The election he contested as a member of parliament. He was the second. So I admire Salimu Silugoma.
Thank you. people power.
Tuli mu byabufuzi ebbugumu mu byobufuzi programu ejja Maku Media TV weekomerawo ebbugumu mu byobufuzi programu ejja.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me the latitude. We are endowed differently.
Yes.
Mother Teresa says that I can do what you cannot do. You can do what I cannot do. Together we can do great things. All of us here are talented differently. I'm unique. This brother of mine is unique. Everyone here is unique. But we are all endowed differently. You cannot fail to admire something from someone. All of them, I have something to admire from them. Thank you. I thank you.
As you know, we have a cause why we are here. The main cause we have is to remove a dictator. That dictator has ruled us for about 40 years. Now it's going to 40 years. He has been ruling us with some other people on the side of opposition. Is why I'm not going to admire anyone. I only trust my heart. And we are here on serious issues of removing a dictator. I am only the one person who can remove this dictator by educating others so that we can be free in Uganda and get our freedom.
Serving the people of Kawempe and Uganda. I appreciate all their efforts. I appreciate all their chariots. I appreciate everything. But on a lighter note, just one person, I don't know, we're in high school together. He was my head boy when I happened to be my head boy. But now we are Kawempe Muslim. So but now we are here vying for the position of Kawempe.
Dear audience, colleagues, the final question for the English session is going to be posed by my co-moderator, Dr. Nalukwago, please.
Let's listen to the final question. And I'm going to start with Council University Elias. I'm going to be specific. In 1 minute, you're going to tell us the village you stay in, the parish you stay in, and tell us what is the major economic activity of that area. And as a member of parliament, how are you going to help people advance that economic activity in the area so that they get more money out of it?
Thank you very much. The village is Kalule Zone, Kawempe 1 Parish, Kawempe North Constituency, Kawempe Division, Kampala. That Kalule Zone is a largely industrial area, especially along Bombo Road. We have a number of employees, casual laborers there.
but they have challenges. As you know, we don't have a minimum wage in Uganda. So, to improve their conditions and their pay is key if we are to help them as leaders.
How are you going to improve that pay, you as a member of parliament?
Advocating for a minimum wage, which is not yet enforced. And our conditions.
Next, I'm going to go to Mr. Puliasao. You're going to tell me how many parishes make up Kawempe North constituency. How many parishes and yeah.
Thank you, moderator. It is 9 parishes which make up Kawempe North.
Following it up, Mr. Sereko Moses, could you tell us those parishes that make up Kawempe North constituency?
Thank you, madam. There are 9 parishes. The first one is Chikaya, another one is Waisewalo, another one is Kanyanya, another one is Mpererwe, and so many others. They are 9. Advance again. Thank you, madam.
Transport media tuli mu debate sharing agwa mu ebyo wennu gwagende.
Sorry. Let's listen to the parishes that make up the constituency. Kibando, Chikaya, Komamboga, Kanyanya, Mperewe, Kawempe 1, Kawempe 2, Kazangola, Waise 1. That's right.
Thank you. Doctor?
I'm going to ask Mr. Serena Masali. Also, you're going to tell us where you come from, the village, and what economic activity do most women in your area get involved in, and how are you going to help these women to advance that economic activity so that they can get more money out of that activity?
Thank you, Richard. I'm coming from Farao zone. I went to 1 parish. I went to 1 I'm a resident of Farao. They have been forming different groups. They have been supporting them locally. I also have been around the place. It has been helping the masses to get this on their payments.
Mr. Luemba, you can get the microphone. Which parish is the National Referral Hospital? And we have challenges. People there have complained of the fact that there is a lot of sewage coming from the National Referral Hospital. What are you going to do to make sure that hospital in the area that you're going to represent works on its training, so that, because that medical waste, when it goes into people, you know the problem of Kawempe is sewage and other things. When people consume that sewage, they can get infected with diseases. So tell us your village, that village and the parish the hospital is in, and how you're going to solve that problem of sewage from the National Referral.
Thank you, moderator. That is Kawempe 1 as a parish, and village is Farao. Moderator, I have been serving as a political assistant in that area and a matter of issues rising from the hospital, I have been hand in hand with the KCCA because it's in charge of building trenches and reaching out to Minister of Health for that matter, and it has been handled for quite some time. Thank you.
Please address them.
Mr. Magala, in general, I just want you to give us a general picture because I know most parishes, people from different parishes, have different economic activities. What is the major economic activity of the people of Kawempe? Especially, I'm interested in the young people because if you're representing people who are 78% of the population, you should know what they get involved in. What's their major economic activity? And what are you going to do to help them? Because you saw the UBOS report, 1%, only 1% of Ugandans earn more than 1 million. And that means the youth already are at a lower percentage. So what are you going to do in that general problem of Kawempe, and how are you going to uplift the economy of the people of Kawempe?
Thank you very much. Most of our young people are involved in the informal sector and border riders. These our people have now a challenge that the digitalization of the number plates has made them have been forced onto an increment of 750,000 shillings tax. That means that if a border has been buying 5 million, now it is going to buy up to 6 million. So as I go to Parliament, I go there as a member of the National Unity Platform, who is going to agitate for a fair taxation. And I expect that to happen, and if it doesn't happen, it will not be business as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Kenneth, Engineer Kenneth, same thing. You're going to tell us one, because as a member of parliament, as a leader, you work with elected members in your constituency. So, who's your LC1? You're going to tell us your village, your parish, your LC1 and your LC2. And then tell us, how are you going to work with those people to advance the struggle of the Ugandans?
Still, I'm proud to state to all the members of the National Unity Platform that I was born in Kawempe, I was raised in Kawempe, I studied in Kawempe, and I'm staying in Kawempe Chirokole village. I'm so proud to be somebody who has been part of Kawempe. One thing I always say that I'm ready, willing and ready to work with all the chains of leadership, starting from the president, our LOCs, our chairman. I'm going to work with everybody. As I stated, most of the small businesses in Chirokole are small-scale businesses which need empowerment, which need collective effort, people coming together, they save. We try to get them financial coaches, we try to get them psychologists, to try to help them to better themselves. And I'm ready to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The final question for this round, which will conclude the English session, and then we will transition to Luganda, and we will discuss in Luganda for 40 minutes, because we have to finish at 2. Discuss in Luganda for 40 minutes. So the final question goes to Mr. Kachika.
Yes, waliyo n'akatundu ak'Oluganda katesikana nga wayogedde so mubeereko musharing ye transporter media kooli
at the PLE level and his comments on that. How did Kawempe North perform and what does he think about that?
Thank you, sir. Kawempe North as a division, he performed very, very poorly. Because the problem is, we are the Kawempe North, as Kawempe North, we have few UPE schools, government schools, and the teacher, they don't pay at all. They earn a little salary. That's why the Kawempe North has performed badly in the exam, in the period in 2024. Thank you, sir.